All right. What is going on, traders? What's up, tycoons? Very excited for today's video. We're going to break down BNB. Okay, this is the Binance token. What we're going to do is use the Fibonacci tool, which is going to be right over here. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of how these three retracement levels are very, very important for the continuation of a trend or spotting the reversal. Once you start to understand this and recognize this on your own, you'll be able to combine this also with certain signals, okay? If you look at your MACD, which is going to be this, and your relative strength index, you can start to combine multiple things together to give yourself an edge in the market, all right? Trading, investing is a very competitive market, and you need to be at an advantage. One of the things that can give you an advantage is some of the sell and buy signals that I'm going to go over in this video. Now, none of it is financial advice, but a little more informational and going to give you guys a few examples of, how you can use this yourself. And it's really not very hard. All right, so we're going to jump straight into it. Just smash the like button if you find anything useful in this video, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be dropping about 5 to 15 videos a week. And I do viewer requests every single week. So if you want to see your token analyzed next, let me know in the comments below. So what we're looking at with these three levels right here, these are going to be our major retracement levels, okay? We're taking our swing high, connecting it down to the swing low, right? And we're drawing a line like this. And what it's going to do, if we are going to continue the downtrend, what we're going to do is come down, retrace, and then continue the downtrend, all right? Now, if we come up and we are able to break through these resistance levels, then we have the possibility of a reversal and establishing a high and then a higher high, all right? That's how you get a reversal, especially if you're in a downtrend. You need to start creating higher highs and higher lows. Well, at this moment, we're not doing that, but the 61.8 specifically, the 50% and the 38.2%, those are the three most common retracement levels, and it's paid a lot of attention to by traders, whether they're retail, and also algorithms, okay? Algorithms, the fibs are a mathematical formula, and believe it or not, algos control about 70% of trading. So, it's good to start using some math formulas and kind of using the formulas that the algos are using as well, okay? Now, you can also use this to give yourself a breakout level, right? Such as this in blue, and then some support levels or bearish price targets to the downside. If it's to the upside, then those would be bullish price targets or resistance. In this case, we're looking to see if we have a breakout to the downside. These are going to be our bearish price targets, aka support levels, all right? So what that means is we come down here, and if we break this level, okay, then most likely we're going to head down to 223.089, all right? Now, just a valid example, if we go over here to the past and we use this strategy again, okay, and we use the same outlook, right? How we have our breakout level, bearish price targets below, and then we have our retracement levels up here to see whether or not we get a continuation of the trend, all right? This is a good example, and it looks very similar to the recent price structure we have. So we're taking our swing high, connecting it down to our swing low down here, and we're seeing that we come down, right? We retrace up to these levels, get rejected at the 38.2 retracement level, right? Which is not a coincidence. So we come down, get rejected, we come test our breakout level, okay? And ultimately we break the breakout level, testing this support here before we wick back up, and we come down and ultimately break this support level and head even lower, right? Then we start doing a reversal, and we start making a high and then a higher high, but it hasn't really lasted, right? We've made a high, a higher high, a higher high right here. We need to make another higher high to really keep this reversal going. All right, so we have, on a broader sense, we have a low right here, okay? Then we have some higher lows right here. We really need to make a higher high than this one, and then pull back and get another higher low to really see the overall trend reverse, right? Because as a majority, we're still in this big downtrend, right? We're just trying to start a larger reversal. We have a short-term, reversal, and we're starting a short-term uptrend. If we break this major level right here, then most likely we're going to come down and try to create some new lows. Now, what you can do, as I mentioned before, is combine the MACD with the relative strength index to give yourself some signals. Okay, now none of these are going to be 100%, and some of them are a little bit lagging and lag more than the others. But when it comes to the MACD and the relative strength index, on the MACD, what you're going to pay attention to is going to be this blue line right here. Okay, this blue line is going to be your signal. If you see it cross below this orange line here and it's trading below this orange line sharply, that is a sell signal. Okay, now on the relative strength index down here, this dotted line right here represents 70. Above 70 on the relative strength index is a signal that you are overbought. All right. It doesn't guarantee that you have to pull back, and it doesn't guarantee that you can't go higher. But typically when you're overbought is not a good time to buy into something. And some people look at it as a sell signal, right? So we get one possible sell signal here. We get two possible sell signals now that we've used the RSI and the MACD. All right. And we can see right around this time, we drop dramatically over 50%. Okay, now you can use this to also get buy signals as well. And so we'll take a look at a couple examples of that, right? So right here, instead of 70 up here at the top, which is overbought, we're trading below 30 on the relative strength index, which means that we are oversold and that we may see some upside in the future potentially. Now, again, this doesn't mean that you can't be oversold and then continue heading lower on the actual price of the token. But what this does is you see that we're oversold here, all right? And we get a little bit of a rally, all right? We come up, get rejected at our 38.2 retracement level. And as we start to pull back, we get a MACD buy signal over here as well. So we see the MACD start to curl up above our orange line, and the blue line is coming up above. So that's a buy signal when you see it cross above, and it's a sell signal when you see it cross below. And then right before this moment, we're seeing again, the relative strength index is oversold and below 30. So we got two little signals right here. We got another signal right here. All right. And, you know, if you were using these, you could have gotten into some smaller trades that were pretty decent. Okay. If we look from, you know, the lows up to those highs, it's about 40% right there. You know, not the best trade, but definitely not the worst. If you can get 20 to 40% consistently, you know, you're going to make a lot of money in the long run. It's not always about getting 1000x or, you know, 100x. A lot of times, you know, a lot of luck is factored into that. And then a lot of really just being early into small cap, low cap gems, right? Which takes a lot of research to find these coins that really nobody knows about before everyone else finds about them. All right. So good examples of the retracement levels and the breakout levels giving us some bearish price targets. Again, we look at what we're looking at right now currently with today's price action, and we're seeing something very similar. Okay, so we're going to see, are we going to come up, come down, retrace up to these levels and continue the downtrend, or will we break through these levels and try to establish a higher high and create an uptrend out of this? All right. And really right here, we also had two sell signals. Again, you know, these are things that you can use to really make sure you're not buying the top. All right. Which is something that unfortunately a lot of people do, right? They get trapped and they buy up here and then it drops 25%. They're like, what the heck? What just happened? It was just rallying. How come every time I buy in, you know, things start selling off? Well, here are some signals. Okay. Again, we're seeing the blue line cross below the orange line right here. That's a sell signal. We're seeing that the relative strength index is trading over 70. It's overbought. Okay, these, you know, first you see the relative strength index overbought. That's a little bit of a signal that, okay, hey, maybe I need to protect the trade and throw a stop loss on or some form of risk management. And then you get your other sell signal right here on the MACD. That's two movements now, two signals for a sell. And you can see that that move was a drop of about 35%. Right now, over here is a really good example of a trend continuation. All right, as I mentioned earlier, you know, in a shorter time sense, we are making higher lows and we are making higher highs. So we do have a temporary uptrend, but a much larger downtrend. Okay, and the reason we could say that this is an uptrend is because we're taking our swing lows up to our swing highs. We're coming up. We're pulling back to our retracement levels and holding the 50% retracement level, right? And continuing up higher and making a higher high. So, you know, hopefully you understand this. Hopefully this is making sense to you guys and you're learning a little bit something new. In case you are, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. That's going to be it for today's video. If you want to see a different token, your cryptocurrency analyzed, broken down like this, letting you guys know what sell signals, what buy signals I'm seeing currently, make sure to let me know in the comments below.